Okay, so in previous sessions, we have discussed five different constraints, but actually there are six types of constraints available. Among the six constraints, we have already discussed not null constraint, unique constraint, primary key constraint, default constraint, and check constraint. So in today's class, we are going to discuss about a foreign key constraint. What is the use of a foreign key constraint? How we can implement a foreign key constraint? That we are going to discuss in today's session. In RDBMS, we can provide relationship between multiple tables. But in DBMS, we cannot provide a relationship between multiple databases or tables because DBMS will not provide the support for referential integrity. We cannot enforce integrity constraints in DBMS. But in RDBMS, we can implement a referential integrity constraint. So how we are going to implement referential integrity constraint? By using a foreign key concept. By using what a foreign key constraint, we can provide relationship between multiple tables. We are going to provide what logical connectivity between one table with another table. So now, for example, okay, hope you are getting my voice. So now, by considering one simple example, let us see how we can implement a foreign key constraint and how we can provide a logical connectivity between multiple databases. Assume that we have created a supplier table here with the following fields like supplier ID, supplier name, city, mobile number, address, like this. And also if you observe, we have already stored 3 records in supplier table. And you can observe here, I have marked supplier ID as a primary key here. So as you can see here, I have underlined supplier ID here. So that is indicating what? A primary key. Already you know the concept of a primary key. Primary key column will not accept duplicate values. As you can see here, there are no duplicate values in this particular column. 10 is unique key, 20 is unique value, 30 is unique value, and nowhere we are inserting a null value. That means we are not leaving a column value as a blank here. So that is what the primary key concept. And also we have inserted 3 records here. As you can see, we have inserted supplier ID 10, 20, and 30 in respective records. And I'm going to mark this supplier table as a parent table here because this is the main table. First, we have to create a parent table because I want to provide what? A reference for this particular table. So assume that we have created one more table called as a product table. And there is a logical connectivity between supplier and product table. Assume that many supplier supplies product. So here supplier is going to supply certain products for us. So in this case, I need to identify which supplier has supplied certain products. That is very important. So now what I need to do, I need to create a supplier table. Already we have created this. And also we need to create a product table wherein which we can store a product related data. As you can see here, we are going to store what? Product ID, product name, unit rate, quantity. So these are what the fields which are related to product. And also I'm going to store supplier ID as a foreign key in a product child table. So what happens if I declare supplier ID as a foreign key in a child table? So this will create what? A reference to the parent table. So as you can see here, in parent table, I have declared supplier ID as a primary key for supplier table. And also I have declared product ID as a primary key in a product table. And in product table, I have included one more column that is nothing but a foreign key, which is also nothing but supplier ID. And here this supplier ID is going to refer the parent table supplier ID. As you can see here, I'm going to draw one line here from supplier ID, which is nothing but the foreign key here, which is available in a child table called as product. Please try to understand here. Whenever we are going to create tables, first always we have to create parent table first. We cannot directly create a child table without a parent table. Sir, how to identify parent table and child table? Always, wherever we are going to declare a foreign key, that particular table becomes what? A child table. As you can see here, in a product table, I have declared supplier ID as a foreign key here. So now I can say that product table is nothing but a child table, because it is having a foreign key within this. Now this foreign key is going to refer what? It is going to refer the primary key of some other table, and this table becomes what? A parent table for product. And how we have provided logical connectivity? By implementing foreign key in a child table. So this is how we are going to provide a relationship between multiple tables. Now the really interesting thing is, of course, we have defined supplier ID as a foreign key in a product table, and it is going to refer what? The primary key of a parent table called as a supplier. What happens if I declare foreign key here? The main use of a foreign key constraint is it has to refer the value for parent table, and it has to accept only those values which are available in a parent table. Assume that we are trying to insert the first record here. As you can see here, I'm going to include monitor product record here. Actually, this monitor product has been supplied by Instant Solutions. Now, here look at this. If you observe this particular record, P01 is the product ID, monitor is the name of the product, unit rate is 5,000, and how many monitors he has supplied? 15 monitors. And who supplied this? 30. Supplier ID 30. So in this case, what happens? Before inserting this record, it will refer the parent table and it will look for the 30 value here. Because I'm trying to store what? 30 value in a supplier ID foreign key column. So obviously it will look for the parent table here. So the parent table is what? A supplier. And here it will look for 30 value, whether supplier ID with 30 is available here. Yes, it is available. Then it will insert this particular record. Similarly, for the next record, assume that I'm going to store keyboard value now, and it is actually supplied by supplier ID 30. And it will again refer the parent table and it will look for the 20 value here. Yes, 20 value is present here, and it will store even this record also. Similarly, 30 is available here. Yes, it will store the 30 value. It will look for the 10 for next record. Yes, 10 value is available here, and it will store this particular record also. And when we try to insert 40 as a value in supplier ID, which is nothing but the foreign key, it will refer this value in a parent table. And here, unfortunately, there is no supplier ID with 40. So now it will not include this particular record. Aden madangilla, e particular record na insert madangilla because there is no supplier ID with 40. So this is the main use of a foreign key. It will accept only those values which are available in a parent table. So in this case, 40 is not available in a parent table. So that's why it will deny to insert this particular record in a child table. So logically, there is no supplier with the 40 as an ID, and obviously he cannot supply the products. ಇದು ಹೆಂಗಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ simply if we are trying to assign the marks for a student who is not admitted. So in a similar manner, there is no supplier with ID 40, then how he can supply the products? So this is what the actual use of a foreign key. So it will accept only those values which are available in parent table. ಆ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಒಳಗ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಇದ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂನ ಅದು ಇನ್ಸರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. That's it. Okay, as you can observe, the first 4 records where in which these values are available in a parent table. As you can see here, these values are available here. So it will include or it will insert these records in a product table. But when it comes with a 40 value, which is not available in a parent table, so in this case, what happens? It will deny this particular record to insert in a product table. So this is how the foreign key constraint is going to work. So now let us see how we can define a foreign key constraint while creating a table. Let me consider the same example regarding the supplier and product. So how to define it? Again, we have to write the statement by using a create table command. So create table supplier, supplier ID, supplier name, contact name, and here in this case I am going to define what? Supplier ID as a primary key here. Already you know this, how we can define what? Primary key constraint for the table. And these are the only columns I am going to consider for supplier table, and I'm going to close the definition and I'm going to close the statement by using a semicolon. So this is what a parent table. Kindly understand, while creating the table also, we need to create a parent table first. I cannot directly create what a child table, because in a child table we have to define a foreign key and which is referencing the parent table. So obviously we have to create parent table first. In this case, supplier is a primary parent table. So that's why I'm going to create this table first. And later on, now I'm going to create what child table, that is product table, create table products. Again, specify the column definitions here as a product ID, number, not null, supplier ID, not null. And here you can observe, I'm going to define a foreign key like this. How to define? As usual, while providing a table level constraint, we have to use a constraint keyword here. As I'm using a constraint keyword, and I'm going to specify name for the constraint, and we have to use a foreign key keywords, and here within a parenthesis I need to mention the name of the column which I want to define as a foreign key. As you can see here, I have already defined supplier ID column here, isn't it? So now I'm going to define this column as foreign key. So that's why I need to provide the same name here. You can observe here, I'm going to specify supplier underscore ID only. So the same name already I have used here to define the name of the supplier ID. So after this, I need to provide what references uh, reference for the parent table. So now I have used constraint name and foreign key, and also within a parenthesis I have defined which column I want to make it as a foreign key. In front of this I have to use what references keyword, and table name I need to specify. This column is going to refer supplier table. So already we have defined a supplier table. You can see here already we have defined a supplier table here, and the same name I'm going to provide here. So that means what? This supplier ID is this one. Means this supplier ID belonging to product table. But here I'm providing what reference here. References, this supplier ID is this one, and whatever the supplier ID I'm going to define here, as you can see, I'm going to define supplier ID here, which is nothing but this supplier ID. That means what? A very simple one. This supplier ID is going to refer the supplier table. Within a supplier table, it will refer supplier ID column. That means what? This supplier ID is nothing but the primary key of a parent table. That's it. So this is how we need to specify the references to a parent table column. So now after this, I'm going to close the statement by using what? A closing parenthesis and semicolon. So this is how we can provide what references to the parent table. And in a product table, a supplier ID column, it will accept only those values which are available in a supplier table. That's it. So now let us see the demonstration how we can actually create a parent table and how we can provide references for the parent table by using a foreign key constraint. Already I have opened the Oracle here. As you can see, now let me show you what are the tables already we have created. Select a star from tab. As you can see here, we have not created any supplier and product tables here. Okay. You can observe here, there are only two tables. Those are nothing but ST underscore marks and SUP. So now I'm going to define what supplier table first, and with the help of a product table, I'm going to provide what references by using a foreign key constraints. So let me create supplier table first. For that, I will execute create a table command. Create a table supplier, press enter, open the parenthesis. Now what I will do, simply I will use the SID instead of specifying supplier ID. Now I'm going to consider SID for supplier ID, and let me declare it as a number so that it can store numeric value, and let me specify size as a 4, and I can declare it as a primary key here itself. By using a column level constraint, I'm going to define a primary key, and after this I'm going to specify yes name to accept a varchar value. Let me specify size as 30, and it should be not null. And after this, contact name, C name, varchar. Again, I'm going to specify 30 as a size, and this can be blank. Okay, so now I'm going to close this parenthesis, and I'm going to end the statement by using what? Semicolon. Now you can observe what I have written. I have used create table keywords, as you can see here. As you can see here, I have used create table keywords. Supplier is a table name. I'm going to define 3 columns: SID, yes name, C name. SID to store supplier ID, yes name is to store supplier name, and C name is to store contact name. And also you can observe SID, I'm going to declare it as a primary key, as you can observe. And yes name is not null, it has to accept. That means I cannot include blank values for supplier name. Okay, so now what I need to do, I need to create a child table now. So let me quickly create a child table, that is product. Now press enter here so that it will create the table. It has created the table. Now let me quickly create product table now. So product, open the parenthesis. Now what I will do, I will create a PID as a what? Product ID. Okay, so it has to accept a number with 4. I'm going to declare this product ID as a primary key because the same product ID I cannot allocate for multiple products. So after this, P name for storing a product name. Let me specify size as 30, and let me declare it as a not null. And after this, I'm going to specify unit rate. See, there are 2 words in unit rate. So now what I need to do, I need to merge these 2 words by using underscore, unit underscore rate. After this, I'm going to define the data type as number, and out of 7 digits, 2 digits it has to consider for decimal places. So now it can be a blank. After this, quantity QTY, and let me declare it as a number with a round figure, and maximum it can store 2 digits value. After this, let me give one more column definition, that is nothing but foreign key. Now if you observe, now I will declare a foreign key as SU underscore ID. SU underscore ID. Now I will declare the data type as number. Please try to remember that while defining the data type and size for a foreign key. Nodri, idu bhala important ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಈಗ ನಾನು ಇದನ್ನ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂತ ಮಾಡೀನಿ, SU underscore ID ಏನೈತಲ್ಲ, I want to define this one as foreign key now. ಇದನ್ನ ನಾನು foreign key ಅಂತ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ. ಇದು ಯಾವುದನ್ನ ರೆಫರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ, ಸಪ್ಲೈಯರ್ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಅದ್ದು SID ನ ರೆಫರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಫಾರಿನ್ ಕೀ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಏನು, ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ದೋಸ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಆರ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ ಟೇಬಲ್. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಒಳಗಿರುವಂತ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ನ ಅದು ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತೈತಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ whatever the data type and size we have defined here for SID which is available in parent table, the same data type and size I need to mention for foreign key here. Same ಇಲ್ಲೇ ನಾನು ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ನಾನು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಂಬರ್ ಅಂತ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡೆ, ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಫಾರಿನ್ ಕೀ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಅಂತ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡೆ, ಅಥವಾ ಸೈಜ್ ನಾನು ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಕೊಟ್ರೆ it will not accept at all. I cannot provide references for parent table in this case. So ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಸೇಮ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಂಬರ್ ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಂಬರ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸೈಜ್ 4 ಕೊಟ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸೈಜ್ 4 ಅಂತಾನೆ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಇಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಮ್ಯಾಚ್. ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಪ್ರೈಮರಿ ಕೀ ಮತ್ತೆ ಚೈಲ್ಡ್ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಫಾರಿನ್ ಕೀ ಡೇಟಾ ಟೈಪ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸೈಜ್ ಏನಾಗ್ಬೇಕು, ಎರಡು ಸೇಮ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಹಂಗಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಈಗ ಡೇಟಾ ಟೈಪ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸೈಜು ಐ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ನಂಬರ್ 4 ಓನ್ಲಿ. So now let me specify number 4. ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಈಗ ನಾನು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, ಫಾರಿನ್ ಕೀನ ನಾನು ಕಾಲಮ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ನ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ನಾನು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, ರೆಫರೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಕೀವರ್ಡ್ ಇಂದ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ನಾನು ಸಿಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತದೆ, ಆಗಲೇ ನಾವು ಸಿಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಒಳಗೆ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ, ಟೇಬಲ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ನ ನಾವು ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಕನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಕೀವರ್ಡ್ ಹಾಕಿ ನೇಮ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಫಾರಿನ್ ಕೀ ಕೀವರ್ಡ್ ಹಾಕಿ ಬ್ರಾಕೆಟ್ ಒಳಗ ನಾವು ಕಾಲಮ್ ನೇಮ್ ನ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಹಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಬಟ್ ಇವಾಗ ನಾನೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ನಾನು ರೆಫರೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಕೀವರ್ಡ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ರೆಫರೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಸಪ್ಲೈಯರ್ ಟೇಬಲ್ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಯಾವ ಟೇಬಲ್ ನ ಅದು ರೆಫರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ, ಸಪ್ಲೈಯರ್ ಟೇಬಲ್ ನ ರೆಫರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ. ವಿದಿನ್ ಸಪ್ಲೈಯರ್ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ರೆಫರಿಂಗ್ SID ಕಾಲಮ್. ಸೊ ಈ ರೀತಿ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಂಟ್ ನ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ವಿ. Look at the statement once again. Let me zoom in. So ನೀವು ನೋಡಬಹುದು ಈಗ. Hope you are able to see both statements now. Okay. ನೋಡ್ರಿ, SU underscore ID ಅನ್ನೋದೇನಿತ್ತಲ್ಲ, this is a foreign key name. ಹೌದಾ? ನಂಬರ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿನೂ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿವಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿನೂ ನಂಬರ್ ಅಂತಾನೆ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿವಿ. ಸೈಜ್ನು 4 ಕೊಟ್ಟಿವಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿನೂ 4 ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿವಿ. Now we have to use references keyword. References keyword use ಮಾಡಿವಿ. Parent table name ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ. So parent table ಯಾವುದು, supplier table. The same name we have to define here. Same name ನ ನಾನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿನಿ. ಇದಾದ ನಂತರ you can observe here I am going to specify SID as a column name. This SID is nothing but this one. ನಾವೇನ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ SID ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿವಲ್ಲ, ಈ SID ಇದು ರೆಫರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ. Right? So now let me create the statement. Okay, table has been created. Now let us try to insert the values. ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಟೇಬಲ್ ನ ನಾವು ಹೆಂಗ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ವಿ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನಾವು ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ ಟೇಬಲ್ ನ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ, ಅದಾದ ನಂತರ ಚೈಲ್ಡ್ ಟೇಬಲ್ ನ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ ಟು ದಟ್ we have to insert records to first parent table. Later on we have to insert record for child table as well. Record nu insert ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಗೆ ಹಾಕಬೇಕು, ಅದಾದ ನಂತರ we have to insert for child table. So this is what the actual procedure. So how we have created the table structure, first we have created parent table. Later on we have created what, child table. In this case product table is what, a child table, because in a product table we have defined what, a foreign key. So this is what the one more method for defining the foreign key. ನಾವು ಸಿಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ, ಐ ಮೀನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ PPT ಒಳಗೆ ನಾವು ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ, ಟೇಬಲ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ನಾನು ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ಟೇಬಲ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಕೀವರ್ಡ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ನೇಮ್ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಗೆ, ಅದಾದ ನಂತರ ಫಾರಿನ್ ಕೀ ಕೀವರ್ಡ್ ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಲೇಟರ್ ಆನ್ ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಯೂಸ್ ವಾಟ್, the column name which I want to define as a foreign key. Later on we are going to use what, references keyword ಅಲ್ಲೇ. ಸೊ ಈ ಕೀವರ್ಡ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ ಟೇಬಲ್ ನೇಮ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಕಾಲಮ್ ನೇಮ್ ನ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, ಕಾಲಮ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ರೆಫರೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಕೀವರ್ಡ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ ಟೇಬಲ್ ನೇಮ್ ನ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಒಳಗಿಂದು ಪ್ರೈಮರಿ ಕೀ ರೆಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ನ ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ ಸೆಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಇದಾದ ನಂತರ ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ಯದ. So in similar fashion, first we need to insert record for supplier table. As you can see here, first now supplier table ge record insert ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Later on we need to insert record for product table. Direct ಆಗಿ ನಾನು ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಗೆ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ನ ಇನ್ಸರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಇನ್ಸರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಫಾರಿನ್ ಕೀ ಹಾಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತೀವಿ. ದಿಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಟ್ರೈ ಟು ರೆಫರ್ ದ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ವೆದರ್ ದಿಸ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಇಸ್ ಅವೈಲೇಬಲ್ ಇನ್ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಅಂತ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ. ಬಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅನ್ಫಾರ್ಚುನೇಟ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಯಾವುದೇ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ನ ಇನ್ಸರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಹಿಂಗಾಗಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎರರ್ ಜನರೇಟ್ ಆಗುವಂತ ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸಪ್ಲೈಯರ್ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಗೆ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ಸರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಲೇಟರ್ ಆನ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಇನ್ಸರ್ಟ್ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಈಗ ಕ್ವಿಕ್ ಆಗಿ ಸಪ್ಲೈಯರ್ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಗೆ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ಸರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಸೊ ಇನ್ಸರ್ಟ್ ಇಂಟು supplier, because supplier is the parent table. Now I need to specify column names, SID, comma S name, comma C name, and I will insert the values by using a values keyword, and within the parenthesis I'm going to specify the value. So first SID ಕಳಿಸಬೇಕು ನಾವು. Let us pass SID as 100. After this, let me specify supplier name as Ajay Enterprises and the contact name as Ajay. Okay, so you can observe here what I have written. I have inserted a first record here into supplier table for these columns, and I'm going to pass the values like this. So this is how we can insert the values. So you can observe here I have inserted first record as Ajay Enterprises, and ID I'm going to use is 100. So now let me insert one more record here very quickly. Let me copy the above statement here, and let me make a changes in supplier ID as 101, because I cannot insert duplicate value because supplier ID has been marked as a primary key. It will not accept duplicate values. The next supplier name I'm going to specify is Bharat Private Limited. Bharat Private Limited. Okay. After this, contact name I need to specify. So let me specify as Bharat. Okay. So this is another record successfully we have inserted. Now let me try to insert the record in a product table. But before that, let me show you the records present in supplier table. So let me fetch the records present in supplier table by executing select star from supplier statement. Now you can observe here, I have used what? Select star from supplier statement. This will fetch the records present in the supplier table now. So now let me press enter so that it can fetch the records from supplier table. As you can see here, what we have inserted these two records by using insert into statement. The same records are available here. As you can see here, the first record it is displaying is 100, Ajay Enterprises and Ajay. Similarly, 101, Bharat Private Limited, Bharat is the contact name. So these records have been inserted successfully in the table, and we are able to fetch those records by using what? This particular statement. So now let us try to insert the values in product table, which is referencing the values for the parent table. Okay. So now let me insert the values very quickly. Insert into product. For PID, I want to insert P name. Now unit rate, unit underscore rate, comma, quantity, comma, now SU underscore ID, because this SU underscore ID is nothing but the foreign key. Okay. And for these columns, I want to pass values now. So first PID is a number. So let me specify number as 10, and P name, let me consider monitor. Unit rate, let me specify 5,000 and quantity 20 and supplier ID. Now I need to specify supplier ID value here. Assume that Ajay Enterprises have supplied monitors. Let me include supplier ID as 100 here. So now let me zoom in so that you can clearly see the statement what I have written here. As you can see here, I'm going to insert a value into product table for these columns. In the same manner, we need to pass the values here. Okay, values keyword we have to use. Okay, so now here, first I'm going to pass the product ID as a 10 and name of the product, unit rate, quantities, and look at this. This 100 is nothing but the supplier ID. Already we have inserted supplier ID 100 in the supplier table. When I try to insert this value, it will refer the supplier table and it will look into the value whether supplier ID is available in this particular table or what. Obviously 100 is available for the first record itself, so it will accept this particular value. Let us execute. You can see here it has successfully created what, one record. Okay, so now let me insert one more. Let me copy the above statement here. Now let me change the product ID because product ID is declared as a primary key here. Again, I cannot store duplicate values. Now let me make it as a 11. Now let me store keyboard value here. Keyboard as a product name. Assume that one keyboard costs me around 550 and I have purchased 50 keyboards. So now I need to specify what a supplier ID. Who has supplied this product? Assume that I need to mention either 100 as a supplier ID or 101 because these are the only two values which are present in supplier table. But if I specify 102, which is not available in parent table, let us see what happens. Okay, so now you can see here what I have written. I am trying to insert the value for a product table here, and you can observe product ID is 11. Product name is keyboard, 550 is the unit rate, 50 is nothing but the quantity, and 102 I'm trying to insert here. As you can see, there is no such records with the supplier ID 102 in the supplier table. So this time it will look for 102 value in a parent table because as a SU ID is nothing but the foreign key we have declared in a child table. Obviously, this is going to refer the parent table here and it will look into the value 102 whether it is present here or what. Obviously, it will not find the parent key here. Now, obviously, it has to generate error. Let us see what happens. So now if I press enter, it has to generate error saying that integrity constraint violated. As you can see, the message integrity constraint violated, parent key not found. That means what? It tried to search 102 in a parent table. Obviously 102 is not available here. So that's why it will not insert that particular record. If we fetch the record present in a product table, it will show only one record. Let us see. Select star from product. You can see here, it will display only one record. One record that is nothing but the monitor record, which has been supplied by supplier ID 100. So this is how the foreign key constraint is going to work. It will accept only those values which are available in parent table. Other than that, it will not accept those values and it will restrict the record to be inserted in the child table. Hope you have understood.